Hi, below average wild camper. Welcome back. So it's Saturday morning. I think it's Saturday the 10th, and it's just after 9 o'clock. So Saturday off work. So plan is, I left work last night, drove straight to the Langdale Valley Stickle Ghyll car park again, and stayed the night in the van at like the National Trust car park. Really comfortable night, very cosy. Got up this morning, got myself sorted, all packed and ready for another adventure. Really excited, equally nervous. It's a proper winter wonderland outside. It snowed through the night. It's very cold. It's perfect conditions, but it's been my first winter camping, so definitely a little bit nervous about it. But the key is now daft, you know. If the conditions are too icy or too bad, I'll just turn around and come back. I've promised the boss I'm not going to do anything daft. Anyway, so the plan is go follow up Stickle Ghyll, get to Stickle Tarn, and then make my way eventually towards High Rears, then back towards Harrison Stickle, and if all goes to plan, camp either on top of Harrison Stickle or maybe down at Stickle Tarn, then come back the next morning. Like I said, I'll assess it as I go. I'm just really pleased to be here. It's just gorgeous, you know. Anyway, you'll sharp see that. Just waiting me turn across the bridge. These lads must have changed their mind. Sure, it's got nothing to do with me. I'll give you a look at the scenery here. Look at that. I wasn't really feeling very Christmassy this year, but this is about as Christmas chocolate box as it gets, isn't it? Anyway, I've just followed Stickle Tarn, crossed the bridge over Stickle Tarn, and I'll continue heading up, following the right side of Stickle Tarn. Eventually it gets up to, sorry, this is Stickle Ghyll, sorry, and eventually get up to Stickle Tarn. The sheep are doubling back now. That's a brave one there. Very polite though, these sheep. Maybe a few more lads. Tell you what, hardy creatures. Because last night, just before I even got to Stickle Ghyll car park, it was like -4.5 in the car. When I got there, I stopped looking, but it then snowed in the night, so pretty cold. I think there must be a run on today. I think it's something called like the Pudding 10K or something. So I was expecting the car park to be busy last night, you know, Friday night. But there was my van and maybe another 3 vans in there, and I didn't hear a peep out of them really. So I had a really quiet night. I absolutely love staying in that car park, so the next morning you're ready to go. It's perfect. Highly recommended. Right, we'll push on. So I've reached, as you can tell, Stickle Tarn, and it's obviously it's clagged out, but if you're going to be in clag, This is the type of clag to be in, isn't it? It's so proper atmospheric. So that climb up Stickle Ghyll to get the Stickle Tarn, it's really just like stepped rocks, so it's just like going up a staircase. There's a couple of places where you've got to get your hands down, and obviously it was quite icy, so I took me time, but I've got a proper sweat on, so it's by no means easy. And I definitely wouldn't have took me dad over the hill wild camper. He's got a new YouTube channel name, check him out, he's a legend. Anyway, yeah, I wouldn't have took him up. Lovely, absolutely lovely. So the plan is to now head towards Sergeant Man and then High Raise. Like I said, I'm going to play it as I go here because there's no wind, so it's perfect conditions. But to be quite honest, it's the ice, obviously. I have never done this in ice. I've got a heavy pack, and I promised the gaffer nout daft, so I'm going to take it easy. But yeah, you see a bit of ice there. Don't think we'll be skating on it like. I had to take my fleece off, like I'm sweating. Anyway, I'll press on. Maybe take a few pictures here because it's just so beautiful. Right, see you in a bit. So the sun's just, you can see, just breaking through and the clouds clearing, and look at that. Pavey Ark behind us. Absolutely spectacular. Amazing. I'm really enjoying this. There's no wind at all. Obviously you've got to be really careful where I'm putting my feet, but as long as I take my time, I'm fine. When I stop and have some dinner, I'm going to put a tent peg in the ground just to see if I can actually get a tent peg in. If I can't, then I might have to rethink the camp, but I'm pretty certain I will be able to. Anyway, look at that. It's just spectacular. Thoroughly enjoying it. Hope you are too. So I'm too distracted by the scenery. I feel like I'm on a wildlife, well not a wildlife, like a landscape photography kind of course at the minute. I'm having to stop and take pictures. I haven't got a clue what I'm doing, but I'm trying my best. Anyway, I've walked past me turn, and it's only about, what, 50 metres away, so I'm going to have to head back and go the right way, so it just shows keep paying attention. But I don't mind too much going getting lost, because it gives us a chance to look at this. I don't think I'm going to get too many days like this winter. You can see the peaks over there. Pavey Ark. Stickle Tarn's just covered by that cloud. Ah, it's just amazing. It's just a really heavy frost up here. There isn't really that much snow, like a dust and snow. There's probably more snow a bit lower down. But yeah, it's absolutely spectacular. So I better go back the right way. I've set off really early. I've got tons of time. Despite what it looks like, I've had to take my fleece off in my hat. And I've hardly had my gloves on. It's red hot. Well, I'm red hot. It's obviously not hot here, but not cold at all. Right, let's find the correct path. So I'm not making much progress because I keep getting distracted. So I'm sorry, I hope you're not getting bored of these views, but I'm definitely not. So it's still like Pavey Ark around here. Stickle Tarn obviously is under that inversion, and you can see the peaks along the top. I've just walked along these sort of trails up here. Like I said, I've made absolutely no progress really, but I've given myself loads of time for this precise reason. I was really anxious about doing this, you know, but I'm so pleased I have. It's amazing. So that's Sergeant Man, as you can see, just in time for getting to the top. You can't really see very much. I can just see the tops of the peaks, but certainly a bit of a mist here. I'll spin you around. It's a bit clearer on this side. So that's the second objective done. So we've done got the Stickle Tarn, Sergeant Man. Now my next objective is high raise. So it's time is it? It's 10 to 12. Done 2.8 mile. So I'm making decent time. So I'll get cracking. Get over to high raise now. Bring you back when I get there. So we're approaching high raise, which isn't very far from Sergeant Man at all, just along the plateau on the top. Very easy. A bit more like snow down here, and it's a bit brighter than when we're on Sergeant Man, so we've got a nice little view here. So here's the shelter. And here's the trig point. So as is customary, I'll touch it. I'll not vandalise it though. Dave? Right, there you go. Top of high raise. I think I'll have some food here. Get some water. Bring you back in a bit. Right, that's lunch. Enjoyed that. As soon as you stop moving, like, you know, and the air's still, it gets cold. There's definitely some heat in the sun, but it is cold. So I'm going to get packed up, and then we're heading next to Thunacar Knott, and then Harrison Stickle. So I'll give you one last look around because the sun's come out. You can see the inversion over there. Got the odd fell runner, it's gone past us, but generally speaking I've got it to myself. Right, so anyway, I'm going to press on. Really enjoying this, really enjoying it. Pleased I turned out. I'm a rubbish ice skater. I've only done it about once, I think. when I went skiing to Austria with the school. Amazing holiday. I've only been back skiing once. Literally no one will go with us. So my first solo wild camp was in the Langdale Valley, and I went to the Pavey Stickle, and it was a tremendous pitch. Had a fantastic time. If you've seen the video, you'll notice on the video a couple turn up and camped just behind us, which is really bad form, but I didn't let it get to us. So I feel almost guilty that it's such a perfect day, because this is a new hobby. I only started in August, right? I think I've only been to lakes 4 times, and I think I doubt I'll ever get a better day than this in my life. It's still only 1:15, so I've got loads of time, but my objectives were to get the Stickle Tarn. Once I got to Stickle Tarn, head to Sergeant Man, then High Raise, back to Thunacar Knott, Harrison Stickle. Then I was going to decide whether I was going to camp on Harrison Stickle or down at Stickle Tarn. I definitely need to get some more water. As you've just seen, the little tarns up here are all absolutely solid with ice, but I've got loads of time, so I might get the Harrison Stickle, drop back down, get some water, and then I might scale back up to Harrison Stickle. But obviously it's going to be a long night, because I'm here very early, but I did that on purpose in case I chickened out of camp and then I had enough time and enough light to get back. But as long as my tent peg can go on the ground, I can't see why I shouldn't camp, because there's not going to be much wind. Might be a few snow flurries, but to be honest, that would be great. Anyway, I'll head on Harrison Stickle. I'll bring you back when we get up there, eh? So that's me on the top of Harrison Stickle. As you can see, absolutely killer inversion. I don't think I'll ever see a better inversion than that. I'll come back every week for 5 years. A couple of lads behind us, they wild camped last night, and they're going to head back once the sun goes down. Give you a bit of a spin round. Good, eh? Right, my plan was to camp here, but I definitely need to go and get some water. So I'm going to have a look at my map. See, all the little tarns are solid ice. So as you can see on this side here, down there, that's Stickle Tarn. That's where I intend to get the water. It's only 1:45, so I've got plenty of time to get back down there and then get back up. But I'll get down there, get some water, and then I'll decide what to do. Right, better check in with you, eh? So last time I spoke, I was here, but I've been back down to Stickle Tarn, filled my water up, then back round Pavey Ark and went up the easy gully, not the daft way. So maybe so back to Harrison Stickle. It's about 3:30, so obviously the sun's going down quick, so trying to find a decent place to pitch, which I can see one, get pitched, and then get warm, get some. Well, as you probably guessed, my battery ran out there. But what I was about to say was I got Harrison Stickle again, put a shift in today. I better stop my sports watch, actually. That's just reminded us. And dropped just off the summit to find a flat-ish pitch, which I've pitched. There's absolutely no wind, so the only kind of mid-panel guy rope I'm putting out is the back, and that's just to make sure I've got enough distance between me and the inner and the outer. Even though I had loads of time, I've been on the go since about just after 9, and it's coming up like 4 o'clock now. I still cut it short, you know. It was pretty tight for time there, finding a pitch. And it's not ideal, but I think it's the best pitch here. But yeah, what a day. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope my video does it justice. Like, no sunset because I'm blocked by Harrison Stickle. But we might get, you never know, we might get like a nice sunrise. But to be honest, that's good, isn't it? Yes, anyway, I'm going to get cracking. Right, I'm just covering me head torch a bit just so I don't dazzle you. So fully set up now. The temperatures, as you can see, dropping nicely. I'm going to spin the camera around and just show you that the tent's only been up, what, half an hour, 40 minutes, and it's totally frosted out. Had a coffee. Probably get some food on in a bit. I think I've got one of those sort of rehydrated meals. I think it's a carbonara, and I think I've also got a chili con carne if I'm feeling really hungry. It's more just to keep us warm than anything else. It's really cold, so I'm not going to film too much tonight. I'll probably check in with you again one more time, you know, and then we'll film in the morning. So yeah, I'm going to spin the camera around, so bear with us. So you can see, very Christmassy, a bit frost. All set up, got all my electricals in my sleeping bag. Bag's unpacked. I've also put my liquids in my sleeping quarters. I don't know if that'll make any difference, but I'm conscious of it freezing. So I'm going to just get my dinner on. So I've got one of these here. Adventure Food pasta carbonaras. And then I've also coffee bag. Nearly there. Kettle's boiled. Right, I had to give that 8 minutes, but I've given it a lot longer because I don't want to risk hard pasta. So I've probably given it about 12, maybe 15 minutes, to be honest. So let's give it a go, eh? I'll put my glove on, frozen. Still a bit few crunchy bits here. Maybe I didn't stir it enough, but it's all right. It's got a really oniony flavour, and it's definitely not under-seasoned. You know, I think it's all right. I would have it again. So I'm not gonna make you watchers eat this. So I'm gonna eat this, and I might start listening to the radio. I'll bring you back when I'm going to sleep, probably. Anyway. Right, all tucked up in bed. I've been in bed for about 2 hours, to be honest. I listened to the half listened to the England match, and I got a bit bored, so I actually turned it off. But I know we got beat, which is a shame, obviously. Gonna listen to some podcasts now. I've eaten all my granola bars. I've had to put me water in the sleeping bag with us because it was freezing, and I don't want it to be frozen in the morning because I want to have coffee and porridge and that. So I've got my electricals and my water in my sleeping bag with us, and inside my sleeping bag it's proper toasty warm, like, you know. I've got loads of layers on. I'm on an X-Therm, and it says a RAB 700, and it's perfectly fine. So as I say, I'll wish you good night, and I'll see you in the morning. Morning. It's 20 to 7. I've been awake for about an hour, so I've got the kettle on. The remaining water in the kettle, it was totally solid ice, so it'll take a bit longer to boil, I reckon. So I've got the kettle on. I'm gonna have a coffee, and then I'm gonna have some porridge. By then it should be starting to get a bit light, so I'll see if there's any anything to take pictures of, and then I will start to pack up, and then I'll head back to Stickle Ghyll car park and then get myself home. So obviously, as you can tell by my breath, it was freezing last night, but I would have to say that I slept better than I've done up to now in a tent. Not great, like, but you know, all right, I feel okay. Still, I don't know, still slipping around this mat in this inner. It's just so slick. So I have ordered, on recommendation of someone, I've ordered a foam mat, and when it comes I'll put that under my sleep pad, and hopefully that'll stop it sliding about. But yeah, overall, good night. The inside of the tent is absolutely iced up, totally iced. So I'll have to try and shake some of that off, like, otherwise I'll be carrying a load of water home with us. So breakfast done, up and out. Freezing. I'm not sure if it did snow last night, actually. I can't really tell. It might just be a super heavy frost, because there isn't any snow on the tent, just ice. But it may as well have snowed, like. So sun's not up yet, but so we've got a bit of light. So the inversion, actually I haven't got any wind slayer on this, but the inversion has gone, right? But you see Stickle Tarn down there, and down into the Langdale Valley, and then that's like Side Pike, Lingmore Fell, Bleed Tarn, and Pike at Blisco, and then Harrison Stickle up there. So my fingers are frozen. So I'm gonna drink this coffee, get packed up, and then I'm gonna make my way down. And I'm not gonna film any of that. I'm gonna leave the video here. So let's say bye to Harrison Stickle. I hope you've enjoyed that. I certainly have. My first proper snowy, frosty, cold wild camp. thoroughly enjoyed. If you did, give it a like, tell your mates, definitely leave a comment or ask a question or any advice. Like I said, I love that. Otherwise, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.